we start to consider a pretty standard.
Ooh, we got Jody.
In that Tracer and Echo slot as Ludwig will be on the former.
And I love to see it. We're moving away from what most of the teams have been playing on the Sigma. We're playing a very honest dive setup. We have the Doomfist coming out of both sides.
Have you ever been on a stream?
The difference comes from my
Nervous?
being on the Echo with that high damage output against the Ludwig Tracer, which honestly has shown.
Oh, I think the mic is.
Of brilliance from time to time.
I think you have to bring it up. There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah,
oh,
there you go. You can like hear it.
Yeah,
there
I can
you
hear
go.
myself now.
That's the only weird thing, you can hear yourself.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets the indicator of a headshot with the left click, he just smashes
Kai's
that
already
right mouse
popping off.
button and finds an insta-kill. Mamone gets picked up here by a whip shot, though, in a 4v4. The Gear's taking a ton of damage up front and personal. And even with that power
See, every time I bring someone on, they just like insult me. Jody is amazing. Keep her on forever. Chat, what about me? You guys don't like me? Be honest. You guys like me, right?
Yeah, of course we do. I mean that.
Well,
why are they saying no?
It's not just his aim that's exceptional, it's his positioning. You saw him in that fight. He's just standing on the sidelines, not even getting looked at by anyone because he's in the right spot at the right time, just picking people off one by one.
Switches over to the Tracer.
So who do you have? Great Britain against Brazil. Who do you think is going to win?
I put all my points on Great Britain.
Oh.
Not a lot of points because I lost all my points.
Because you don't watch, that's why.
I put everything on the USA game yesterday.
Oh.
And I lost everything.
That's awkward. Why would you vote for Team USA?
I believe.
The serious Ski ain't taking any prisoners so far. Brazil finally gets some capture percentage. You're running hot here. Can they turn this one around?
I love watching people play Doom.
Very healthy.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate
think it's
Doom.
fun.
That ult use there.
But Kai's still alive and doing so much damage, and Jay3 is back in this fight.
Brazil's actually doing really well.
Brazil, so now
They do have a good team. I just feel like Great Britain team is actually just a little stronger.
Yeah.
At this point, Great Britain's are the ones who has
Also,
to
I don't think we've ever seen the serious guy.
Oh.
Mutual knockdown. The shield bash there means that Niall can trade himself for a Doomfist kill. You've got to feel good about that. Kai sees the enemy Doomfist lit up like a Christmas tree, but
I like
he's
how
so
that Doom
focused on
just
the
literally
backline
walked
until
past
they move
Kai.
out of that line of sight. He can't put enough pressure on Kai, who still gets to rule the roost. As Great Britain
Oh.
He's regretting that.
Well, it was close. I love the idea there from No to just try and punish Jay3, but he gets punished himself. So now it's going to be Great Britain taking back control. But Jay3 is the only ultimate, and Doomfist ultimate doesn't really get you a lot to
I wasn't
going
gonna
to
vote, and then you read my comment, and I told me to vote USA. My bad, man.
Kai in the Sojourn mirror if they're going to get control of this point.
Kai knows exactly where he is. Svenko is not playing as a loose element from the rest of his team.
I love this map
So when
too.
Jay3 comes to call, he will be in that mass of players. Again, gets spotted
there it is.
Kai wins
Again.
it. Bores a steaming hole through Svenko's head, and now we've got a 5 versus 3 favoring Great Britain. And that capture percentage is ticking up. Niall able to find Jay3, but the damage is
That's a nice
surely
dodge.
That was kinda
already
slick.
done.
Yeah, that was a nice
Svenko
dodge.
Coming back off respawn was just Ski. And there was no chance that a flip
Brig
there. He
tanking a
was
little
just
bit.
hanging around for no reason.
Yeah, Svenko
I mean,
is
Brig
sort of
is basically a tank.
Trying to find some
Pretty
targets,
much.
peeks his head out for a second,
What do
and
you
Kai
play?
rips it
Tank or
off.
DPS or support?
Was able to
Healer,
hold on
sorry.
to the
I
enemy
like
clock,
to
so they
play
will have
either
that big
support
tool
or
coming back into this
DPS.
fight.
So
But at
DPS
this
we
point,
I
Great
support.
Healer.
Britain,
Support.
one-fight
Healer.
territory, and with
Sub.
my main going down though,
Heal.
that should give
Support.
Brazil an opportunity to get an advantage.
It's healer.
They're
What?
supports. I believe that supports are
Healers.
they enable and clean up kills. And part of how they do that is healing, yes. But there are other tools that they have to
And it's
help
interesting
their
to see
team.
Jay3
A
make
tracer. If you have a
clean up
tracer
kills.
on your team, a tracer is usually the one that's cleaning up the kills. So your
Usually, Doomfist
healers
is a
can
lot
just
more
heal
self-sustainable.
and
You
focus
have
on
the block,
heals.
you can move around
Here's
faster.
support.
But Jay3
Healers.
knows with some potential, thinks he can execute
It's a
plays,
healer.
maybe
What do you play when you play support?
Ana has been my long time favorite.
Okay, so
I played
like
a ton of Kiriko when she came out, and then
Gavin's an auto main.
Alari. I know. I go up against Gavin's actually
really?
good.
You go up against Gavin.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Well,
you
like when we play in like internal playtests.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're also like friends on VNet.
Okay, because I remember him saying he was Masters. Are you Masters as well?
I peaked Masters,
Ooh,
but
okay.
I'm in Platinum. I've fallen a long way.
No, I mean, you're always working probably.
I play on so many different builds, right? We're gonna say that that's the reason.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, playing on different versions so much that, you know, can't possibly keep up Master skill level across all of them, right?
I was a close round.
as Great Britain, after a bit of back and forth, will take downtown.
It's a good look from Brazil, though. They look very comfortable playing this dive setup in the mirror against Great Britain. They were going toe-to-toe. They were using their ultimates right. Just a couple of plays from Kai really gave Great Britain the edge. Feels confident to play the Winston. Maybe we will. I liked your point earlier of, like, the Nano boost onto the Winston is a lot more effective than putting it on your Doomfist. And if you don't want to put it over the Nano boost over to your Sojin, it's a great
Do you prefer a Doom or a Winston?
From Backbone slows things
like me
down
playing?
Yeah, if you
I cannot play Doom. So Winston over Doom. But I think that's why I like watching people play Doom. And it makes sense. I've never been good at like fighting games, and I feel like his whole kit reads like a fighting game.
I'm not good at Doomfist, but if I was playing, I would rather have a Winston, I think, on my team.
Yeah.
Than a Doomfist. I think Winston is just better for dive comms.
Yeah, I feel like Doom's cadence, like there needs to be like some sort of kill or making someone retreat after the end of that cadence, right? But like Winston, it feels like you can do a little more like jump in, tickle, maybe jump out.
The bubble will like break, you can't heal through.
Yeah.
Break LOS.
Yeah, also, Doomfist is really susceptible to sleep dart. Winston throws down a bubble and can't be touched by that, but Doomfist is standing in the open, just like we saw from Guy, in power block, and you sleep him.
Nice stick.
All over for the Doom. That damage mitigation is gone. He just gets wiped off the map.
That is the person you want to get, right?
If I was playing Tracer, who stuck it? My Moan, I would have probably went for the Brig.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like Brigs.
Yeah, I would be too anxious about maybe sticking it on her shield.
I think Brig is a little easier to stick as well. Besides Ana. Ana has that hitbox where she's hunched over. It's a little smaller.
Onto Backbone and Xbel with the Nano Boost. Let's see if they do decide to put this over onto the Doomfist. We talked about how that can be a little lackluster at times, and there it goes.
Oh!
I don't know what comes Guy. Kai gets finished off there as he was in the animation of being punched back into a wall. It's an easy shot for Svenko to land.
Yeah, they won that with one ult. Now have everything else left.
I think this, chat, is this our first time seeing this Doomfist player? Doing pretty well.
At least the damage reduction is very helpful for the Doom.
It wasn't lackluster at all.
If this match is a fast one with the USA versus Japan start a bit earlier, yes.
They didn't have to use a single ultimate. They're coming up to 5, Mitch. How are they going to utilize all of these? They could just nano Jaykaru in back deep, but he has the Primal Rage. But Funny after falling early, do they even want to commit any ultimates at all?
Yep, going for the Primal Rage pretty much straight away. Jaykaru hit by a neighbor, doesn't seem to be too
Oh, wait.
Oh,
no. Was he trying to jump back on the map?
That's a freebie.
Jack, can you walk on that rock? Nice pulls, too.
Niall and Svenko both taken down by that ability, and you're reeling. How do you pick yourself back up from that?
Oh, that dude's
dead.
He's
so dead.
Oh!
No way.
Just a little bit more damage would have got it done, but Great Britain happy enough.
You could walk on that rock? Why did he jump off the map then? He could have just jumped back on.
It might not be like a flat surface. You might just like slide off of it. Yeah. I can't imagine that would be a walkable surface.
I saw a door. You could just jump on that rock.
Yeah, no.
Orion coming out here for Great Britain as Jaykaru makes the switch, and my goodness, he makes an impact instantly. And I'm not talking about the shockwave from the hammer. Xfell down immediately. Niall can't escape that second rail that came out from Kai. An attempt at a back cap will surely be stymied here as it's just Ludwig the
Oh, he just fell over.
There's a hope that is short-lived indeed.
They
Xfell have a brief touch, and over the top comes Guy. We have a switch
Uh-oh.
now. It's all about mobility. It's all about desperation for Team Brazil. But Great Britain put the foot down.
The tank's just AFK watching his team just kill everything.
He's had his time.
He was laying the tank. That tank was just chilling.
There is a JDM posture in that seat.
You gotta really be careful of Kai on the Sojin. You peek your head
you
out
see
for too
some
long,
you see some questionable.
This may be the last time you get to see Team
Welcome
Brazil
to
the arena.
because you said you were on a stream before, were you like watching the stream as well when you do like the dev chats or whatever?
So yeah, at my last role when I was doing like weekly community streams, it was so bad I had to get out of the habit of like
reading it.
Yeah, but like at the same time you want to engage with people.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to some of the comments you just like filter out. You know.
Yes.
But no. I like reading
He's
them
not
and,
trying
and
to find
talking
any
to
picks,
people.
he's just
I
trying
think
to take that
my
position away
chat
from
is probably
Brazil,
one of
give
the
the rest of his team
exceptions where
space to move
they
forward.
say some
That's
weird
exactly
stuff.
what
Oh,
doing
they're
with Speed
great.
getting so low as well. All of a sudden,
They're a
Great
good
Britain have
chat.
control of the point. Guy
Yeah,
falls,
they're good.
All of a sudden, this is desperation mode for Brazil. They're going to have to touch the point, but they don't even have a tank to do it.
Got nothing to work with here as the Doomfist is already picked off now. Jay3
Oh,
will just
already
Capped
capped.
already, yeah. 5.5 minutes for second phase.
That was quick.
Left behind by Brazil to offer some token level of resistance on point A. 5 minutes and 22 on the clock here as Great Britain continue to march on.
They're basically going to mirror.
Jay3 is just putting
Oh,
on a
not really.
masterclass of how you play the Winston.
Tank is
He's not
different and the
overextending
healer is
himself.
different.
He's not trying to do too much. He's just making himself a threat and allowing the rest of his team to take over. While
Oh,
Gee,
yeah,
you
we
can
have an
see him.
Alari.
He feels like he's the one who has to keep making the plays. He has to go deep. He needs to find the picks. And
I absolutely
at
love
times
this
he's getting
hero.
punished for just that level of
The
aggression.
DPS?
Alari.
The DPS.
The support.
It's a DPS. That's not even a healer. That's a DPS. Nice. That was a nice animation cancel.
Mechanisms to stave this electrified Winston off their backline. Jay3 trying to get back to his team, probably calling for healing desperately here now as he wants to
Nice,
try and
nice.
before that happens. But no, Backbone eventually sends administrations the direction of his tank. And Great Britain are ready to go again.
Cute little sidestep from Jay3 on the Winston to dodge the sleep from Xfel. The Ana sleep is really the biggest threat to a Winston, but Jay3 reads it like a book, sidestep, and then from there, there's nothing that they can do. And the card keeps moving, and now Kai has the overclock Mamo with another pulse bomb, but there's a response already from
Well, he stuck
Brazil.
something
They
at
take
least.
down Jay3 and the pulse bomb got the pylon, so, you know, that's good for them.
Value?
Sort of. Questionable.
Great Britain here slowed up somewhat, of course, with the loss of Jay3.
That feels like something I would do as an
As a tracer? Pulls
Kick the
the...
pylon.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Oh no! With the ult too.
They got the ult off, but I don't know if they killed it. No, they didn't
Brazil
kill
just
anything.
couldn't punish Great Britain because they were so defensive in the room, and Kai, he's going to hit that shot eventually. I like the idea.
Oh, she did fire the ult?
Yeah, she got the ult off, but I don't think she
You're in
got
the
any
air,
kills.
Flying around with an overclocked Sojourn looking in your face.
Yeah,
There's
Kai is a
nothing you're gonna
very
be able to
good,
do from
very
there,
great
and
Sojourn
5
player.
minutes on the clock
Yeah.
for Great Britain to get through this third point, and they have the ultimates
Dang,
to
they
boot
got so
as
much
well.
time.
Does any of the Great Britain players on
Chrono's probably feeling a little like Lengtser right now.
what do you call it? Overwatch League?
In for Great Britain
Not
and spends most of the
Jay3,
time.
I think is a. I see him in ranked. I don't know
Love your
about.
work, hey? You know,
anyone
we
else.
gotta
Backbone?
appreciate our card drivers because you know all the DPS like to think they're overpowered and then they get
Backbone is
forward.
Overwatch
I
League.
appreciate us main sports out there. Nano overclock. Svenko takes down 2.
Okay, like fair enough, right? This is
Jody, what department do you work in? I am a community manager, so Megan is my teammate.
a lot of that damage reduction
We
means you
work
can
together.
play slightly
She
more
focuses on
aggressively.
creators, and I
And
focus on
finally,
a lot of the
Team Brazil
developer
win a fight here. They
communications.
spend a fair bit to get it done, though. Nano and that overclock, in many cases, sometimes just the overclock enough to be a fight win if you can follow up with that aim. Regardless,
Oh,
Brazil
yeah,
get a little bit
the
of
work
breathing room,
duo.
but it'll be short-lived as Great Britain come back in. We're gonna
I
have
do
a
it with some of my teammates on the
range
marketing
for
team.
Jay3.
I
That's pretty cool.
carried one of them to plat. Pretty proud of that.
Oh,
It's not an easy job, but
you
someone's gotta
carried.
do it. Yeah, I mean, they were a lower rank than me.
Oh, so you're boosting.
No, 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 I'm.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
They were close. They were like, they were on the, they were close enough to queue with. They,
That's- no,
and
you're-
like I'm playing.
Maybe he was trying to blink
I'm
forward for a quick
done.
melee finish off of my moment.
No
He was
further comment.
absolutely unbothered.
I'll forgive you if you say healer.
Not like this.
The healer.
Yeah, and all of a sudden Brazil, they have to desperation touch. Guy gets on the point, but then Ludwig tries to follow
One
up, and Kai's
of the
already taken
way
them down. Guy has to go
that
with
class
enormous.
supports their team is through healing.
I'll take it.
One of them.
I'll take it, chat. W.
But their support.
Healers.
Support.
Goes by the wayside. As he flies through the air, Svenko's able to send a shot in Kai's direction.
There's no way. Oh, capping with 3 minutes, it will be massive. Oh, shot him in the
that's
feet.
huge. Oh no.
Showed his kneecaps underneath the card.
Dude, he's just living, isn't he?
Brig rally. What can you do against a Brig
man.
rally? I feel
That is
so
a
bad.
lot of
Look,
time.
look at
Huge
him.
time bank.
I feel bad.
They know.
And had no one to shoot at, but he understood just wait until Brazil has to come to the cart, and then it's
I like
going
those
to be
keyboards.
a shooting
Both
race for him. Takes down
You like the
Ludwig, takes down
60%?
the Doomfist,
Yeah.
and Brazil
I like the tanky
just
list.
falling
So-
Right
over
now,
to the
so at
scrutiny of
home I
Great
have a,
Britain. And
I
honestly,
think it's a
we
65%.
talk
It's
about
like
the
this,
great
but the
players of
arrow
Great
keys are
Britain,
like
you know,
baked in
Backbone's
here.
Kai's, your
Oh,
Overwatch
so you
And I
have to use
want-
the function button,
Payload has
huh?
been
Yeah,
impressing me
I want
lot
a
so
smaller
far in
one.
this
But
World
at work
Cup.
I have
His
like a
ability
full
to play the
keyboard like
front
I
this,
hate-
and
I hate
it's
full
so
keyboards.
hard to
Also,
type
Yeah.
on.
Echo and his Tracer, his sticks
Mess
especially
up
have
all the
been
time.
exceptional so far in this series.
I like
Roman
the
ended
tanky list. What's
Samoa
this?
At 12 final blows
little-
and
Oh,
3
you like-
deaths.
I like the arrow
With
keys.
2 out of 3,
Yeah.
I think
60%,
a
I feel
very-
like it's
it's
too-
a
too small.
0.75
I think the one that I
pulse
have,
efficiency,
the one that I have
3 out of 4
definitely
pulse
has
bombs
the arrow
getting
keys.
kills in
Okay.
general. Very, very strong. Kai was 4
Tanky this then.
But no, I want one like this for gaming. I think for work you need the arrow keys.
Okay.
But like, I think for gaming.
Pressure from the Winston, though, really,
I want a
really hard
smaller
for
one.
Brazil to
I want to
answer.
make
They
another
don't
keyboard.
have an answer.
Oh, you want to make a
Jay Karu, if he's
keyboard?
able to avoid
I've never
it.
customized a keyboard.
And that
Yeah.
really becomes the issue, and what makes Winston so great is like he's not doing a ton of damage, but he's just a never-ending threat that, as you said, Mitch, Brazil don't really have an answer to because they're losing out in so many of the other matchups. And Guy feels like he's always in damage control, just trying to get heals. Feels like no one's able
is
to
going
feed
on
off of each
here?
other, and Jay Karu's just feeding
one?
for free.
What
and
is this emote?
Now we get to see what Great Britain
Oh,
are going
bangers,
to do
that's
on
a
their own
and.
defense, sticking with the
I
Winston.
don't.
against
There's
the
a lot of crazy emotes that people just add. There's a J3 Twerkers emote that they stole off my IRL YouTube channel
Oh,
going to
boy.
Iceland.
Svenko Riddle looking like
Oh,
Swiss cheese
man,
out there,
already
and
got a
Kai
pick.
is so comfortable here because can you
Oh,
drive this
that's-
spot? He
that
just
is
slides up
glory.
top
Are you
right
kidding
round
me?
back to both of his supporters.
That is not a good move.
Uncontested.
And the issue that Brazil
Oh,
are
that's
happening is that
amazing.
Guy is always getting pressured, and every time he's going on, he's finding support. And Ludwig, he just can't even walk in. Every time he shows his face, he's
Yeah,
just
there's
getting
a lot of
taken down,
crazy
and
emotes that are out
bad
there.
to worse for Brazil right now.
And again, this is for people that play a lot of Sojourn, you're probably really familiar with this, but the second Kai gets a headshot indicator, he just hits that rail if he has it available. Especially with like the lowest speed that Ludwig is moving there. Yeah, I mean, you can really take Tracer down with these burst damage effects. There's nothing you can do to blink away from them. Svenko spotted on the high ground. Yep. Warning shot from Kai, and that's going to be followed up on by Vimon, who's made it on the high ground.
Yeah, I feel like this might be
Something
a.
that Kai does that is so smart. If you
I
just
hope
watch him
for
as we stick with this pop is
Brazil's sake
he
they
charges up his
cap
route.
first at
Everything
least.
is cycled. He's
Oh,
just trying
no,
to get up the rail,
guys.
and then he takes it very slow. He's not rushing the shot. He just waits, puts out a
Oh,
little bit of
Oh,
pressure,
man.
and then
Heals.
as soon as they
So,
dive and put all this
yeah.
pressure on, you see
He was
the
very
support that's
supportive
coming
there.
through
He was-
Great
he was-
Britain's line.
the healers
He does
were
get
really
one,
good
but
there.
at the cost of his own life.
But Kai lived through so much there. Both supports in Great Britain.
Jay
making
Karu,
sure
I think
the
this guy
Sojourn
plays
could
with
also
Meg will
command
probably
the
know.
whole threat, but
Meg,
lived
well,
through it
Meg,
there.
Miss
We're
Meg
already
Chong.
down to
She's
2 minutes and 22
she's a really good
seconds
tank
left to
player.
play. Brazil have
Is that what Meg plays?
laboriously managed
Oh,
to
no, Meg is
develop some
a-
of these
a
ultimates
healer.
here, and XFL is pretty
But,
close to
Support?
The healer.
who
Alright.
gets it
But
here?
she
You look
sometimes
at the
duels with me. But no, Meg is actually before she started working
Guy
with
has been getting it, but
Blizzard,
it's had mixed
she
success, right? He's
she
found
plays
some value a couple times,
competitively,
but
calling all
usually the
heroes.
fight's already
She knows a
devolved
lot
to
of
be able to
players,
get it.
and
He
Yeah.
uses it
usually
to just
usually
give
I'm the
protection,
I always
get that
message her and
extra
I'll be
help
like,
against
hey, do you know this
anti-heals,
guy?
so
And
he can't
she's
even
like,
get
yeah,
it.
I know
And
this.
just
This
get
is their
it.
history, and I'm just like,
Oh, the nano even
okay.
goes out.
Just
Doesn't
does everything.
does respond back onto Jay Karu, so no tanks for either side.
Overclock available though for Kai. Backbone's hit with the Bionic Grenade, and Svenko wants to go upstairs, and there's nothing Great Britain can do about it. Great little play made there by
Oh,
Svenko, seeing
we're
an
gonna-
opportunity.
we're
to
gonna
get a
cap.
1 versus
Oh,
1
if we can
against
take
the
Kai
support
out.
already
Okay,
anti-heal.
there's
Kai already
hope.
able to find the 1 kill from that overclock, and eventually Ludwig is able to finish him off. He knows
They
They have
just
a rally
need to
going.
do that at the beginning of every fight. They need to find him and do that.
So stun up, I think, and now it's going to be Jay Karu pushing out, forcing Svenko to that light
Svenko's
round.
going to need to pop off here if they want to cap. He needs to get that all.
Oh. Oh, no. They are fighting for it.
No, I think they're going to probably reset. Oh, they're using ult.
Oh,
They're committing.
So most of that mitigated here,
It's
but he's still under a lot of pressure.
kind of working.
And Jay Karu is utilizing his health pool so well. Goes
Wow.
aggressively, pops the primal rage at the last second,
Wow.
takes down Yol, and then lives with a sliver of health as well, and helps Great Britain hold this.
Oh,
This
As a
man
tracer
just-
player, that is painful.
yeah, that hurts.
There's no-
That's why, like, how do you stick break? Because, like, I'm kind of scared to get close to her.
Backbone maybe wanting to get back into the
it's-
fight quickly.
It's tough.
Yeah, they have the AoE healing now, but they've lost.
I just
that
don't like
big direct
how,
healing from the armor,
they-
so Jay Karu is gonna have to
they
play
buffed
slow. You
Brig.
can see
I don't think he
his
needed a
health
buff.
pool just is
Yeah.
not going back up.
Sounds
He
like
goes
you.
in, pops
Well,
the
they
meteor
buffed-
strike
In general,
so
feel
low,
that
drops in the
way.
enemy
Well,
team,
she
he's
went
gonna
from
instantly
70 to
pull,
80
so
damage with her
an ultimate
flail.
that goes
I
by
don't
the
think she
wayside,
needed
and
that. I think she was
Ludwig
fine.
by Great Britain, this time on the Svenko.
Backbone might be in trouble here. Being chased by Ludwig as we speak.
Oh, by the way, that one person, appreciate the massive tier 1 on YouTube, my friend.
Looking for the Lucio.
And everyone on Twitch, appreciate all the new tier 1s and resubs. I think this is game.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Someone's gonna touch.
Oh man.
Oh, Samba's gonna touch.
Okay.
Svenko does make it on the Sombra. Very easy to get to the point.
Oh
Hits
man.
the hack, but Kai says no.
You're not getting away with
Trish
that.
is
No
not gonna make
chance.
it.
Ludwig might attempt to touch, but it's far too late for that.
GG, excuse
And there it is,
me.
victory for Great Britain.